was something else going on in Jedi. I never noticed it till today. They built another Death Star, right?
Yeah.
Now, the first one was completed and fully operational before the Rebels destroyed it.
Luke blew it up. Give credit where credit's due.
And the second one was still being built when they blew it up.
Compliments of Lando Calrissian.
Something just never sat right with me that second time around. I could never put my finger on it, but something just wasn't right.
And you figured it out.
The first Death Star was manned by the Imperial Army. The only people on board were stormtroopers, dignitaries, Imperials.
Basically.
So when they blew it up, no problem. Evil's punished.
And the second time around?
The second time around, it wasn't even done being built yet. It was still under construction.
So?
So a construction job of that magnitude would require a hell of a lot more manpower than the Imperial Army had to offer. I bet they brought independent contractors in on that thing. Plumbers, aluminum siders, roofers.
Not just Imperials. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. In order to get it built quickly and quietly, they'd hire anybody that can do the job. Think the average stormtrooper knows how to install a toilet main? All they know is killing in white uniforms.
All right, so they bring in independent contractors. Why are you so upset at its destruction?
All those innocent contractors brought in to do the job were killed. Casualties of a war they had nothing to do with. All right, look. You're a roofer. Some juicy government contract comes your way. You got a wife and kids, the two-story in suburbia. This is a government contract, which means all sorts of benefits. Along come these left-wing militants and blast everything within a 3-mile radius with their lasers. You didn't ask for that. You have no personal politics. You're just trying to scrape out a living.
Say, these cats is broke, I knows them. Throw them out the doors and close them. Get them out of here. Spirits sagging, funds are low. This occupation's got to go. Up goes the limo, up goes the thrill. The suits are picking up the bill. It's alright for them to tag along. It's just one bill they're tagging on. I will find some way to get along. The business suits to the rescue. So nice doing business with you. You will really hate me, clown, when you realize that all they're selling down for the deal. The suits are picking up. The suits are picking up the bill. See from where I'm standing, my friends have passed out on the landing. Good night. Yes, one too many has left us high and dry. I'll be feeling down. Two suits get back in time. Let's go!
By their rules anymore.
Well, hello, and welcome to Patriots Watchtower Radio, this being February 21st, year 2015, and welcome to the show. I have several topics that I'd like to discuss today. I went over basically what I thought as far as my policies or my platform as a liberal pretty well last week. I hope you understand that, and hopefully you agree with quite a bit of it. And if you didn't, that's okay too. That's the great thing about being a liberal. We're not like the conservatives. We don't have to agree with every single thing our party says. We can understand that there's some give and take, and that we criticize correctly our president when he makes a mistake, and not like the Republicans when Bush was in office and everything he did was wonderful and fantastic, and they're still defending him to this day, amazingly enough. Everything he did was wonderful and fantastic. What's big news? As far as that goes, your president, respecting your president, something that the former mayor of New York, Rudy G, obviously does not have the respect for his president. He basically said that President Obama does not love America. The President of the United States does not love America. This coming from a gentleman whom I respected up to this point. Now I just see that the pettiness is starting to come out early here. Expect more of this as we get closer to the election year. More dishing on our president. This latest dish being really strange to me. I mean, this is the road you want to take if you want to consider a run for the presidency, to say the president running the country doesn't love America. That doesn't make any sense. And he went further on to even make it sound racist without being racist by saying, but it's not a racist issue because, after all, Barack's parents are white. Okay, that's not a racist statement there, I guess. What else? Oh, Kim Jong-un, I can't pronounce that name very well, has a new haircut. Same image, new haircut. I guess that's great news. He looks less ugly on top now. Yeah. What else is going on? Well, we have I'm sorry. I have limited time to do this today because my girlfriend's at the store. As I've said before, I had to move my program up from the garage to the living room because of the weather, the great, wonderful weather the Midwest has to offer to us. And so I've been very busy this week. Got my refund check, taking care of quite a few things that needed to be taken care of. So I haven't had as much time as I normally would to peruse the news. A little disappointed in my Roku player right now on my Young Turks channel, where I get a lot of my news from, currently down for no apparent reason. So what news I have gotten has been bits and pieces throughout the week. I know that an interesting story, if you're a Saturday Night Live fan, Eddie Murphy showing some backbone for Mr. Cosby. It seems that Eddie Murphy, who, by the way, has had a rift with Saturday Night Live for quite some time, since David Spade made the comment on his little news report job he had there for a short period of time, the anchorman for the Saturday Night Live News, showing a picture of Eddie Murphy and saying, "Look, children, that's what a falling star looks like." And Eddie Murphy took it quite personally. It didn't stop him from making terrible movies after that, but he took it quite personally. And after he did not show up at the 25th anniversary, but the 40th anniversary, he's, I guess, decided to bury the axe and come back on the program. And Norm Macdonald, who was a former writer as well as a cast member on the show, wrote a skit for Jeopardy, where, Norm plays what does he play? Guy's got a mustache. I can't remember who he plays. Burt Reynolds. Okay, sorry, Burt Reynolds. And he wanted Eddie Murphy to play Bill Cosby. Makes sense. And Murphy read the script, thought it was hilarious, was certain to get a whole bunch of laughs, but decided not to do it because he felt like he was ganging up on Bill Cosby, kicking a man while he's down. And so on moral principles decided not to do the skit. And I applaud him for that. Here's the thing with Eddie Murphy, everybody's on his back because he doesn't do good movies anymore. The man doesn't need to make movies anymore, and he's done the right thing and stopped doing that. He's got enough money to live the rest of his life comfortably. He doesn't need to do it anymore. I have no problem with celebrities who decide to stop making movies and live rest on their laurels. It's definitely their right to do so. He's not Nicolas Cage. He doesn't have to re-up his bank account every 2 years because of bad business decisions. And no one seems to get on Nick Cage for the tons of flops that he involves himself with on a yearly basis. So I applaud Eddie Murphy for not only making that decision not to kick Bill Cosby while he was down and involve himself in that scandal situation, and deciding to opt for the high road.
Missed it by that much.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Behold, Timmy, life, real life, a thing that we have been denied for far too long. Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you, too!
Well, I'm quite disappointed. I didn't get my interview yet again with Johnny Depp, but I had a backup plan, as always. And I am glad to have in my studio today another great actor, several nods of approval from the Academy for Mr. Nicolas Cage. Nicholas, glad to have you here. Well, thank you, Ken. Glad to be here. I'm currently not working on anything, but I hope to soon do so. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on Geico. Okay, not quite sure what that had to do with your movie situation there, Nick, but like I said, I'm glad to have you here. A couple questions. Financially, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I'll be working again soon here. I think Disney has me on another project. I'm really looking forward to. Looking forward to it. By the way, if you're in town and you need a good insurance agent, State Farm Agency is there for you 24/7. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Okay, Nick. Well, I'm glad to hear you're working with Disney. That should be interesting. I'm sure they have a lot of great ideas for you. Maybe you can do another museum, a show. What was that show? That movie called? I don't know either. I've made so many movies that I'm not sure what movie that was. I'm currently hoping that we're thinking about doing a reboot of Raising Arizona. That's what I really want to do, yes. And by the way, if you own a car and you're looking for a better upgrade, Nissan, the new Nissan 2002, yeah, great mileage, luxury car. I've got to go now. I've got to sell some pancakes on the side of the road over here across the street. Thank you. And that was Nick Cage. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I have the only gun on board. Welcome to Con Air.